Alright, how's it going? Today we're doing Pit of Heresy, so flawless. We're going to be using Well of Radiance Warlock, Fusion Grenade Spam with Stuff Up Protocol. We're going to be using Wither Horde, an SMG, and Bump in the Night, or any Demolitionist rocket launcher. If you're not 100% confident using Grenade Spam, then I suggest you look at my video on how to do this. Anyway, we're going to be using a sword just to make this intro a bit faster. Doesn't matter if you can't do that. Anyway, we're going to be taking some terrible tumbles because honestly I was a bit drunk when I did this. But if I can do it drunk, you can do it sober. Anyway, let's talk about the first encounter. You've got to find the 3 disciples, you've got to kill them. Stupid rocks, yeah. So, how to find the 3 disciples? First, kill the sword bearer. Then you, it'll tell you which symbols to look for. And once you find them, then you go kill them, and then that's it. So, gonna switch back to the rocket rally here because I don't need the sword anymore. We're gonna jump down to the symbol that looks like an A. We're gonna throw a fusion grenade at the pit keeper, which will open up the door. And we can kill the sword baron here, and we can see the 3 symbols that we have to look for. Wither, Horde, and Fusion Grenade will kill him. Fusion Grenade almost kills him anyway. So we got Circle, Plus, and X. The first one on the top will be the Knight, second one will be the Shrieker, third will be the Wizard. So we're going down here to X, that was the third, so it'll be the Wizard now. We can throw a grenade, just kill the pit keeper here, and go straight in. Get the Well of Life just because it's nice. Anyway, on to the wizards. The wizards are a bit annoying. We're going to start off by going with the super. As long as you're on the ground, the super can damage it. If not, then it won't. We're going to throw a Well of Radiance down, and if we're in the poison cloud, then we can sort of jump and spam the heavy attack. The wizard can only be killed by the heavy attack, and if we're sort of stuck in the poison cloud, then we can spam the jump and do it really quickly. Anyway, onto Circle, because it's the next one here. We're going to kill this Blistering Ogre, which will die in one shot with the Fusion Grenade. And we're going to continue. Fusion Grenades on Warlock are very good for this because they can one-shot just about everything. Anyway, gonna kill the guy here. Accidentally see an ogre behind us, so we're gonna watch out for that. So we're on to the Knight now. For the Knight, you just have to block, swipe twice, and block again. Use the super whenever. Gonna miss the grenade here terribly, so we can use a heavy attack to kill all the throw. You can hold down the block and swipe twice, and then you'll continue to block and then be fine. So just continue to do that. You can't take damage while you're blocking from the Knight. So it's just that. That's 2 down, now we're just onto the Shrieker. Got an ogre here, so we're going to throw a fusion grenade at him. That'll one shot. And we're going to continue that. So you don't have to kill anything here. If you do run out of sword, if you kill an ogre on a bridge, then it will cause a sword bearer to spawn on that bridge. So just be wary of that. For the Shrieker, all you have to do is block. You will get flinched a lot, so you want to hold down on your controller or on your mouse. And that'll be it. So now we want to go to the Pillar of Light middle. Once again, don't have to kill anything. We're gonna get some fusion grenade kills to get the Well of Life, so we can survive more. So now fusion grenade on the pit keeper, and then we're done. Now to the next bit. The tunnels, as they're called. This bit's not too difficult. You just have to know where to go, how to deal with the ogres, and you'll be fine. So if you follow my route, you should be okay. A lot of people go left to right. I go right to left. I'm not sure why. That's just how I do it. So let's just go down here. Fall down. Now we're going to go to the right. We're gonna go to the the thing right here. Shoot it, then go down. Gonna throw a fusion grenade. It won't kill the knight outright, so we're gonna shoot a bit more. Get the void charge, go out where we came from. I am going to throw a fusion grenade and get a well of life right now. Don't have to though, but it does help. So we've got the first ogre coming up. He's not too much of a nuisance. He can sometimes physics you into a wall and kill you, but it's whatever. You can just sort of walk through him. You can do short swipes to go a bit faster, and also some Icarus dashes. So once you get him, you want to look right at the next thing to go through, shoot that, and then just sort of run through. Throw a fusion grenade, throw a healing rift down because I get my fusion. Sorry. Once I get a fusion grenade kill, I get my healing rift energy back immediately. So I'm just going to do that. Then you kill the knight. Then go over here. Now onto the middle ogre. Middle ogre's a bit annoying. Usually you can just run past him the first time. Get this. Now this bit can get a bit annoying. I do die a lot through physics, so what I do is I wait for him to slam me away, then punch him right in time so that doesn't happen. And then we do the same thing, just gonna kill the knight and stay alive. Take the void charge and go past into the third lane. Normally you don't actually encounter this ogre. If he does, you can just keep running. It's no trouble at all. So now we're going to dunk the third orb. Before we start this encounter, we want to check that the ogres actually flee, because sometimes they don't. And although it is possible to continue that way, it is a bit annoying when you have 3 ogres shooting at you. After that, we're just going to throw a fusion grenade. For this, all you have to do is dunk 6 orbs while holding the plate. How to do that, you kill knights that drop the orbs, and then bring them back to center. The knights will spawn left, center, right, in that order. So left first, so we go for that guy. Take them down, bring them back to the middle. As you can see, it is a bit of a tight window. You want to get on the plate before dunking. And now some thralls will spawn and 2 knights on the top left and top right. We're just staying alive by throwing fusion grenades to get our healing rift back and placing our healing rift before we could do that. Exactly. Accidentally finished that, because whatever. If you have Well of Life, it's not too hard to survive. Anyway, so now we want to go to the middle. I'm going to throw a Witherhoard and Fusion Grenade because we have to kill this guy quickly. Middle is the tightest timing. As you can see, the thing's already red, so we're going to stay there. We want to keep moving on the platform. Always want to keep moving, that's the main thing. You see, I left some boomer knights up, so I'm gonna throw a rocket at them. A lot of the time, the knights on the right will just randomly teleport to the left, so just be cautious of that. Just want to kill everything, get away from the knight on the right. I missed my fusion grenade there, it's not too bad, because I accidentally had a ignition on him. Once again, slide around this plate, and then done. Now we just got to do the same thing again. Oh, what's this thing alive? If you are swarmed, then just sort of run across the plate and then run back from side to side. The countdown timer is slower than the reset timer that you give it. Just remember that. As you can see, I wasn't able to kill him in one shot, so I went back to the plate to reset the timer, and then I'm going to try to kill him again. This is the fourth orb. You spend a bit of time on the plate and then done. Now, if you spend too much time doing nothing like I did, the other two knights will spawn. So I'm just gonna do a bit of Agfa and then I'm gonna go for the knight on the right because it's already spawned. This is a lot easier than going for the front knight because you don't have to move as far. See, when I get a fusion kill, I pop a healing rift just before it, so I get the fusion, the healing rift energy back. Go for the rocket there. Get this guy. That's it. This will be the fifth. Easy peasy. Then I'm just gonna go for the left guy. And then that's the Chamber of Suffering done. Didn't suffer too much, did you? I know you can still die before it ends, so just be a bit wary of that. And now we're on to the fall. Honestly, you just have to time it right if you can't do it well. If you die once, just practice it, honestly. And then start again. Just be ready to jump. As you see, I sort of got pushed out there. The thing about Warlocks is you can negate all downward momentum immediately, so it's really helpful. So now I got 3 symbols. We're going to find 3 wizards. I got Cone, Tick, and Finish. I know Cone is the most left one. I know Tick is the most right one, and Finish is the finish. So for this, if you are not comfortable with jumping around, pull out a sword to help you for this. Basically, you just want to follow your radar. If you see enemies on the radar, they will sort of lead you to where the wizards are, even if they aren't where the wizards are immediately. So just jump around a bit. As you can see, found some sniper acolytes. The acolytes will only spawn in these sorts of places if the wizard is close to them, right? So they'll only spawn if the cone wizard is spawned. Now, a fusion grenade doesn't kill the wizard, but a rocket does, so we're just gonna run them. Then we're gonna go on to the next one. Now, if you don't know where all the symbols are, that's fair enough, because I don't. I just sort of run around not knowing, just sort of hoping to find all the places. You can just Google Pit of Heresy wizard locations and you will find a map. But you don't need it, you can just look around. So I'm coming up to the finish one. I call it finish because it's right next to the finish. Throw a grenade there, doesn't kill it. Alright. So I just throw a rocket at him. And now onto Tick. Tick is the rightmost. So I'm just going to go over here. I have my own names for the symbols. You probably have your own too, but it's whatever. Just gonna get some through. We really don't have to, but it doesn't matter. We've got the wizard right up here, which is nice. And kill it, and then we're done with this encounter. Alright, now coming up to the boss. So, for this we're going to be employing the fusion grenade rocket spam strategy. Once again, if you're not confident with it, please check out my video that explains how to do it. Because we are going to be using this to one phase, because it's just nice to get a one phase, you know. Anyway, Cradle of Damnation. So since we barely used any ammo, we're not actually going to rally. And what we're going to do here, when we jump down, as long as we don't make a noise encounter point start, so we're just going to sort of sneak up onto the sword bearer on the left. And we're going to throw a Witherhoard and a fusion at him. There we go. Pick up the sword, and then we're going to go straight to the Shrieker. Shrieker's easy, all we have to do is block. We're going to jump a bit, because Zulmak's projectiles can actually hurt you if you're on the ground. We're not going to pick up the orb though, we're going to go straight to the other things. We're going to go to the wizard first. Gonna get a Well of Life here, just because it's nice. We're gonna use the super, accidentally track to the Acolyte because controls are awful. And then we're just gonna use aerial and heavy attacks to kill the wizard. If you do it well, you can use one sword. If you miss a couple of hits, doesn't matter too much, you can just kill another sword bearer. One thing is you won't have your super again at that point. You want to be careful with Zulmak, obviously. So we're going to go up, we're going to give another Well of Life. Grenade. We're going to swipe twice, then super. And then block, swipe twice, block, swipe twice. Now, we're going to deposit all the void charges. Once we deposit one, the other two will spawn. I'm going to do one to the right of the one I'm at, just because all the enemies are at the one in front of me. So I'm going to dunk there. Going to get the one right here, then dunk one to the right again. Gonna get a Well of Life here, almost kill myself because I thought I'd get a Well of Life, but you know I sort of ran away from it too much, so I'm gonna go back, sort of chase it and come back. And now onto the final orb, and then we're gonna start the damage. So the damage, we're gonna start off with the Witherhoard here. And then Well of Radiance. And then Rocket, Nade, Rocket. Nade. Witherhoard. Nade, Rocket. nade rocket. It's hard to keep up. You just gotta go crazy on them, basically. Use your SMG to get some damage to replenish your grenade, and when you're out of rockets, just with a horde, SMG, nade. And then that's it. That wasn't too difficult, was it? Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and like and subscribe if you did like this. It would really help me out. Okay, bye.